Crazy Chef Productions. I'm sure you've seen our great video on making banana bread, and we've also had an added video of all the extras to change it into a vegan version if you can't take wheat or butter, for example. Right, I'm actually going to do the banana bread now using the vegan option. So instead of butter we're using olive oil, which is good. Instead of wheat flour we are using coconut flour, a mixture of coconut flour, almond flour and ground up flax seeds. Important to grind flax seeds because otherwise you don't get any benefit out, any nourishing benefit out of it. We're also going to have some extra things like cinnamon and ginger. Right, okay, we're going to start. We're going to use 3. You can't see me because I'm on the work surface. 3 bananas, nearly ripe or fairly ripe. I'm going to mash them up, and I'll come back in a second. I'm just going to mash these up first. Okay, so I've mashed the bananas up. I'm now going to add all my other bits and pieces. I've made my, I've got a teaspoonful of baking powder, a teaspoonful of baking soda, I've got a teaspoonful of cinnamon and ginger, and just a sprinkling of sea salt. I've mixed it all together because it's just easier rather than keep sticking it in separately. So I'll mix that up, add that in. Now I'm going to add a teaspoon of Madagascan vanilla extract, liquid form. Good old teaspoon of that. Madagascan vanilla extract. Okay, now I'm going to put the olive oil in. I've got about 65 millilitres of olive oil. I'm using this instead of butter because it's vegan. In fact, I prefer the olive oil because it makes a more firmer cake. Now I'm going to put in, you can use agar nectar, but I'm going to put in a generous spoon of honey. You can have 1 or 2 tablespoons of honey. You're supposed to use liquid honey, it's easier, but I haven't got liquid honey, so I'm using partially set honey. Just going to put all that in. Mix it up. It's all good fun, this. Now I'm going to put my flour in. I've already pre-done the flour. I've done 150 grams of almond flour, 50 grams of coconut flour and 50 grams, that's a little bit more than 50 grams of flax seeds to get rid of the ones I had already prepared. So I'll mix that up now. I'm going to put that in. It's a stiffener. If you find the mixture is too stiff, it can't be too runny, but if it's too stiff, add some coconut milk. Again, it's vegan, so it should be alright. Okay, I've got some coconut milk with calcium, just to make it's a little bit too stiff. Probably need a bigger mixing bowl. This is the biggest mixing bowl that I've got, so. Okay. That looks good. Look at that, it's not too stiff. Oh, a little bit more milk. It's not too stiff and it's not liquidy. Now, I haven't got any blueberries. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in some summer berries. I don't know what they are. Probably some blueberries, some red currants and some interesting things. I mean, I don't know how it would work. It'd probably work alright. Oh, put a bit more olive oil, I forgot. Okay, so I'm mixing all that up now. I will show you, I will put this into a baking dish baking dish with some baking parchment so it doesn't stick and it's easy to lift out. Right, I'm now going to put the mixture in a glass Pyrex oven proof dish, and I've got some baking paper parchment you can use to stop it sticking, and I'll be able to lift it out easy. Now, I usually use clothes pegs to hold it in, but you have to remember to take them out before you put it in the oven. But I haven't got any clothes pegs, so I'm just going to spoon this in. Probably look a bit it's quite a heavy bowl. Spoon it in. And I'll smooth it out in a minute and get rid of all the stuff out of the bowl. Smooth it out. I've not used summer fruits before, so it'll be interesting to see how it comes out. I usually use blueberries, not frozen blueberries, ordinary natural blueberries, but these are frozen summer fruits, so I haven't got a clue how that's going to work. The oven has been heated up at 180 degrees as we speak. Good, that looks alright. Some fork lines, but it doesn't matter, use all these spatula. Okay, I'm now going to add just a few chia seeds, which are another very good thing to have. A few chia seeds, and I'll just flip those in a bit. Very good for you, very beneficial to health. Perhaps I'll do a video on chia seeds. Okay, so that's what I've got now. It's all ready to go in the oven. We are in the oven. Close it up. Set 30 minutes. Go. Okay, so the oven is ready. Oh, looks nice. So it's been 180 degrees for 30 minutes in a conventional oven. In a conventional oven. Right, okay, I put it on a cooling rack in its Pyrex container. When it's settled down a little bit and cooled down, I'll take it out and I'll put it on a board to cool down. So there we are. Right, there we have our banana bread, chia seeds on the top and summer fruits. I'm going to let it get cooled right down before I slice it up.